Hi, I'm Graham, and this is Brett from the Field Smart department at Western Sales. Welcome to Lead by John Deere, leading through economic and agronomic decisions. Today we're going to take you through the farm data management segment of our Lead series. So Brett, what is farm data?
Thanks, Graham. Data is the facts and statistics collected by you and your equipment used for reference and analysis. Data can show full farm to field to zone past performances, measuring what happened on the farm, what did work and what didn't work, tracking what, where, when, and how. Farm data is in general all the information you can collect relating to your farm, machine informations, and field records.
So why is this important? Well, farmers face many challenges, and the more information, the more informed the decision. You can't manage what you don't measure. In any business, the more you know, the better you understand your business, and the better you can make adjustments and improve.
Collecting machine data is a great place to start. Doing so, you can track past field performance, have detailed records of what was applied, where and how much and exactly when, breaking down a farm from a bird's eye view to field level and down to the acre, informing you where you're doing things right and where you can improve.
This data can then be used to help inform future farm decisions and understand your farm and your land better, making you a better farmer, enabling you to make decisions through profit tracking and management, realize opportunities with zone management, and optimize in-field executions.
This is where FieldSmart comes in. Here at FieldSmart, we analyze your data and help producers implement the information into their operation to make informed decisions.
Now, you might be sitting there and wondering exactly how FieldSmart analyzes your data and brings you the relevant information.
Two of the tools we use to understand this information are John Deere Operations Center and Fieldalytics. Today we will show you how we use these to cipher through the data.
From Fieldalytics, we are able to store, adjust, and analyze a whole variety of application data, from combines to sprayers, from AGCO to John Deere, and anything in between. We can also utilize non-equipment data like scouting, soil records, NDVI layers, and more.
Now, John Deere Operations Center, while similar in concept to Fieldalytics, offers the same storage of application and yield data, but also equipment data like fuel consumption and work usage.
But it also offers more insight and control of your John Deere fleet. This is the web-based version of the platform. In the Setup tab here, we can create and edit fields, manage a list of input products we intend to use throughout the growing season, and create boundaries for equipment. From here, we can create a setup file that we are able to send to the monitors in our equipment, which will populate in the fields, products, guidance lines, rates, and varieties into the machine automatically. All the producer needs to do is select the field and varieties from the drop-down menu in their cab. In the Plan tab, we are able to create a crop plan before the season begins and calculate what and how much of each product will be needed. We can plan to perform routine maintenance, and the app will set reminders to do so. We can also plan work events or jobs that need to be done. Jobs are added to the schedule with instructions and driving directions for each field. We can send this out to our employees or partners, like custom contractors and agronomists with connected accounts, straight to their mobile devices. This allows us to manage weekly workflow and track jobs as they are completed. We'll get more into this one later, but from the Analyze tab, we can view job info by field, analyze what the operators are seeing, view machine stats and information, and create detailed machine reports based on what criteria we wish to view. The last tab contains multiple other features. From here, we can view files that are sent to and from equipment remotely, data uploaded via USB drive, and the status of data transfers, like whether or not they are sent uninterrupted. We can create job reports for every application that occurs in a field throughout the season. Through more tools, we can manage third-party connections like Climate Field View, Agromag's LibreCart, FieldSmart, FCC Ag Expert, and many, many more, allowing data to flow between each platform seamlessly and automatically.
And as the data flows in and out, A set of files or data layers are both accessible on mobile and laptop. These applications give you the ability to view your data from everywhere and anywhere, right at your fingertips. Here's a quick video outlining some of the features of the mobile app.
Hi, in this video, I will demonstrate a few of the features available in the My John Deere Operations Center app. Alright, so we'll open up the app, and right away we'll open up to our map page. This will show where our fields are, as well as display the location of any of our connected equipment that has a wireless data MTG. From here we can select a field and view any fieldwork data that has been uploaded, either manually with a USB drive or automatically through John Deere Connect. So I've selected field 6, and as you can see, it's showing the dry yield data from canola harvest 2019. Selecting the layers tab where it says dry yield, we can select a different layer like moisture, harvest, speed, wet yield, and so forth. We can also select a different operation like a spraying event or harvest data from a previous year. This bar on the right of your screen will bring up the legend corresponding to the colors on the screen. If we pull up the bottom tab here, it will display additional data related to the selected field operation. It'll show time and date of when the operation started, ended, status. If you have a Connect subscription, it will show a live status percentage of completion. Total yield, average moisture, variety, and average yield. You can also edit variety, area, chemicals, or crop and season if the info was entered wrongly in the monitor. Going back, we can also see what machines were working in the field and also historical weather data from when the operation occurred. This is handy, for example, when trying to determine what factors may have affected herbicide efficacy or trash management. There's 4 tabs along the bottom here, and for this field we'll select Analyze. This shows quick stats on how the variety performed. For fields where you might have multiple varieties, you can compare them here, just as long as the varietal change is made in your display while conducting the trial. The Home tab will show a summary of all recent jobs completed with a progress bar along the bottom of each. You can also go in and add jobs retroactively. This is if you wanted to keep a record of what was done, maybe a custom operator came in, or something like tillage or rolling was done with a tractor that doesn't have data collection software. As well, machine notifications like alerts or engine codes will be displayed in the Notifications tab. Going back to the map, we can select our connected field equipment to view information like combine settings, if it's in operation, fuel and DEF levels, engine hours, grain tank levels. Connecting your dealer to your account will also allow them to see where the unit is located if a service call is needed, and it'll be able to send them driving directions. If the machine is in operation, you can also request remote display access to view what is on the machine's monitor, for example, when a hired hand is operating it. Additionally, you can also view subscriptions, what type of monitor, and serial numbers for each piece of equipment. This is just a quick overview of some of the many uses for this free app. While the list of data points that affects your farm is almost limitless, here at FieldSmart, we focus on what is most important to our customers. Crop, soil, and scouting history, yield and application data, financial performance, and machine efficiency data. By bringing these pieces together, our customers are able to optimize their efficiency, field potential, and their bottom line.
Scouting, crop, and field history cover a wide spectrum of information that your farm might already be collecting. Your crop history covers rotation and soil health. Many producers are well aware of the advantages to keeping a diverse crop rotation, such as more manageable straw, better weed control, and reduction in soil and residue-borne diseases. But soil class and texture, along with soil test history, are important elements on one's farm to make fertilizer and herbicide application decisions. A history of scouting records is crucial for producers. For example, with the increasing presence of soil-borne diseases like Aphanomyces in pulse crops, knowing the severity of the disease in your field can be the deciding factor between planting a pulse or not, and this digital platform ensures you won't be flipping through a 5-year-old notebook looking for what you wrote down years ago. More producers are also relying on NDVI layers, topography, and field management zones, and other useful data points for their farming operations to make decisions. For example, When making a fertilizer decision, we can take these data layers and use them to generate custom prescription maps for a field. Every field has a bit of variance, be it topography, soil type, structure, or soil electrical connectivity. Hills, low spots, knolls, and bodies of water and waterways affect these fields in various ways. We have the ability to run across the field and measure the amount of salts in the soil to generate an electrical connectivity layer. And for those of you who are not aware what that is an important indicator of soil health, as salt affects crop yields, crop suitability, plant nutrient availability, and soil activity of microorganisms. Mixing that data with topography, ground truthing with yield maps, we can create a custom fertility map of field that can be uploaded into a compatible drill monitor. But what benefit is there with a prescription fertility map? Well, these maps can put fertilizer where the crop requires it. When a canola field averages 50 bushels an acre, it'll never be 50 bushels in every area. Some areas will go 30, other places will go 70, and the next area will go 50. These areas all have different fertility requirements. We know it takes 3.3 pounds, roughly, of nitrogen to generate a bushel of canola crop. At FieldSmart, we can take that fertilizer in the lower yielding areas and put it into higher yielding areas in the process, making and saving the producer money and maximizing a field's output versus a blanket application of a flat rate across an entire field. Every farmer here knows the areas in their field that consistently produce less and yet get the same treatment as a spot in the field that outyields every other part of the field. Another example of applying these data layers to your farm is in imagery. Here we can see the value of NDVI can have on just 1/4 section. In this instance, the producer saved well over $400 in just fungicide costs by simply using an on-off prescription and not applying fungicide on 26 less acres. By looking at biomass and spraying only where the crop is heavy and warrants the application of a fungicide, you can save money by using less chemical, filling up with less water, and reducing the amount of times you need to fill up, giving you more time to do the other things that matter on your farm.
Like I mentioned earlier, John Deere equipment and most pieces of modern competitive equipment utilize software to record and manage yield and application data. This information coming from your machine is incredibly valuable. John Deere tractors, sprayers, combines, and applicators use GPS in conjunction with the GreenStar software to record and display application or yield maps. These maps display information on each job that is done in the field, where exactly it occurred, and at what time. For example, this variable rate application map from May 10th of 2017 shows that an average rate of 127 pounds of urea was applied at an average speed of 4.5 miles per hour. The dark green areas show the high rate of 150 pounds per acre for the field, and the red or orange areas show the low rate of 66 pounds applied. They've also added check strips throughout each zone to compare the different rates against what a flat rate application would be. The same process is used for chemical application. It will record what type of chemical you applied and what your target versus actual applied rate for the field was, what your nozzle pressure was, as well as speed and historical weather conditions. Similarly, this lentil yield map from August 9th of 2018 shows that the average yield of the field was 20.09 bushels per acre, with an average moisture of 9.24%. The darker green areas show the higher producing areas of the field, where the red areas show the lower producing areas of the field. This data is made usable by John Deere Operations Center and our in-house FieldSmart platforms, two incredibly useful tools. Our producers can use these past application maps to keep detailed crop records, compare trial applications against yield data, track inventories by field and by crop type, and many other benefits. The next piece of the puzzle is your farm's financial performance. The data collected from your equipment gives you insight into how well your farm is doing financially. Operations Center and FieldSmart allow you to view yield totals by field, by crop, and overall production, giving you data to back up your revenue calculations. This gives a quick, easy, high-level view of how each field performs, but our FieldSmart platform takes it one step farther with AgSolver. This is an application that allows us to create profit plans and profit maps tailored for individual producers. We can add in specific expenses for each input in our profit plan template to determine how much it costs per acre to put the crop in and overlay this information with the yield map for the corresponding field. The result is your profit map. This visually represents how well specific areas of the field perform financially, allowing producers to see where there is opportunity to maximize production and where the areas are where they should be cutting costs. On this map, the darker green the color is, the higher the profit, and the darker yellow to red represents lower revenues or losses. What this equates to is more money in the producer's pocket and better knowledge to make adjustments in following years.
Machine utilization, technology, and optimization is how we look at your machine efficiency and usage. With John Deere equipment, you have the ability to view machine efficiency data like fuel, def, and technology usage. Using these features built into the machine technology to benefit your farm with the use of connected support, wireless data transfer, machine sync, tracking, remote display, and automation, you are able to look at each individual equipment on a farm and benchmark it across that farm. There is a laundry list of data points being collected every pass by your equipment.
Do you know how well your equipment stacks up? Being able to benchmark and compare your equipment can help you make more informed decisions. For example, you can compare how much time your combine sits with a full grain tank or how much fuel and def is being burned per acre or per hour. This allows producers to identify where potential bottlenecks in their operation may lie. If you're running a large-scale operation with multiple machines, you can determine which machines or operators are lagging and determine why. Looking at working time versus idle time versus travel time, you may discover you need to add another machine to get things done. Maybe you need to add a grain cart or a truck driver, or maybe you're over-equipped and able to drop a machine or pick up more land. The end goal is maximizing uptime and, in turn, efficiency. John Deere RNS series and newer equipment have the capability for wireless data transfer to the cloud-based platform on Operations Center, whereas some older models will need to have the data manually taken and uploaded via USB drive. This connectivity not only allows us to view and record applications and yield data, but also allows operators to utilize machine sync and data sharing between machines. Machine sync allows multiple machines to share data and in-field coverage between monitors, taking the guesswork out of determining what is left in the field and allowing operators to adjust to the other's movements preemptively. It also connects between different machine platforms. For example, allowing the combine operator to temporarily take control of the grain cart tractor when enabled, allowing easier unloading on the go.
During harvest, a combine can find itself unloading up to 40 to 45% of the day. This makes unloading on the go a critical piece to maximizing daily harvesting performance. Now with Machine Sync, you can focus more on the harvest ahead, keeping the machine at maximum productivity. Machine Sync works by creating a wireless network between the tractor and combine to enable on-the-go unloading through synchronization of tractor speed and distance from the combine. This also allows the tractor operator to see real-time combine locations in the field, as well as how full the grain tank is. So when your combine starts getting full, the grain cart will be there with precision.
Reducing time in the cab is something all producers would like. Work Planner allows you to create setup files from anywhere and send them to your equipment. Reducing time on your monitors, keeping employees organized and on task, and keeping your documentation the same across all machines, reducing redundancies and errors through mislabeled field and farm names.
Hi, it's Kyle from the John Deere team, and I'm excited to show you some new functionality we've recently added to Operations Center and the Gen 4 display. We want to make it as easy as possible for whoever's in the cab on planting day to get all the details entered accurately on their Gen 4 display. The best way to accomplish this is to get the details planned out long before planting day arrives. We've added a new planning tool to Operations Center to make this as easy as possible. You can add planned work either on your mobile phone or Operations Center in the web. I'm going to demonstrate it in the mobile app, but the web works in much the same way. To begin, I'll start on the Plan tab. I'll make sure seating is selected here at the top though you can plan any kind of work. Tap this Add button in the lower right. Then select the crop and variety you intend to plant. You can optionally add any application products that will be applied in the planting pass. Add any other details you would like the equipment or operator who will be doing the work. Then tap Next. Select the fields where this plan will be used. You can select one or more fields from a list or the map. Enter the seeding and application rates or select a prescription file. Then just confirm the guidance lines that should be used and tap Add Work. Now that the work is created, tap this action menu in the upper right and select Send to Equipment. Then select the tractor that this plan should be sent to. The plan is then transferred to the Gen 4 display, and when the operator pulls into the field on planting day, they'll have all the key work setup details already entered for them, and they just need to tap to confirm. This is a great way to ensure that you've set up planting day to be a success. We can't wait to hear what you think of it.
In farming, timing is everything, especially during planting and harvest. You expect reliability from John Deere, but things happen in the field, and you need support fast. Now with connected support, we're more capable than ever. When you buy a new John Deere, it's equipped with technology to alert you and us of potential issues sooner rather than later.
JD Link helps me keep tabs in my operation. I can make sure a quality job is being done and make decisions faster.
The technology behind John Deere Connected Support is advanced, but the benefits are simple. It saves you time and money.
JD Link Red Alerts notify me and my dealer instantly. That way, if there's a problem, I can stop. The dealer can then send a technician out sooner, which cuts my downtime and saves me money.
Service Advisor Remote, I can view machine data remotely. I can diagnose the problem before I leave the dealership. That way I have the right tools and parts on my first trip. And sometimes I don't even have to make a trip. I can reprogram remotely and push software updates directly to your machine.
The Expert Alerts tool can help us monitor your machine's health and anticipate future failures, so we can schedule repairs and maintenance on your terms.
The machine dashboard gives us a comprehensive overview of all of your JD Link connected machines. If a technician has to make a service call, he can take care of any other issues with your fleet during the same call, saving you time and money.
My dealer can't be in the field with me at all times, but with remote display access and JD Link, he doesn't have to be. He can view my screen and machine settings and suggest adjustments for my crop conditions.
John Deere Connected Support helps us keep you running. Ask your dealer about Connected Support today.
Another useful tool at our disposal is John Deere Connect Mobile. Connect Mobile has been available to customers since 2017. This is a mobile app for iPad that acts as an external monitor in your cab. This connects to your Gen 4 monitor through Wi-Fi and will display field coverage and how it relates to multiple map layers available to the operator. Compatible with John Deere planters, sprayers, and harvest equipment, you can compare the effects of ground speed, variety, nozzle pressure, and trial products, and how it relates to yield and application rate in real time as you conduct your field activities.
The key takeaway from all this is knowing what data you're capable of collecting, knowing how to interpret that data, and implementing that data in your future farm decisions.
If you'd like additional information on how we can help you utilize your equipment data in a beneficial way, or you'd like to get started, please contact your local FieldSmart rep or visit us online at fieldsmart.ca.